retrograde. I'm super excited to be here, actually. I'm popping in from Aries domain. I'm actually cutting ties out here in the gym with, where am I? Orlando. I'm cutting ties in Florida with this last video before I fly. Listen, Jupiter in Aries, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to drop in the chat Jupiter in Aries when it started, which was back in May, okay? Back in May, it began, I believe, somewhere in the half of the month. And so what I'm going to do in the moment as I talk about Jupiter in Aries and Chiron in Aries, which is literally playing out right now, and retrograde, I believe, back on the new moon in Leo. So the new moon in Leo just passed on the 28th of this month. Okay, so just a couple days ago, 3 days ago. And the new moon in Leo was a couple hours later, Jupiter went retrograde, so it went backwards. So we're getting more reflective on all themes. Excuse me, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I do appreciate you. All themes around Aries and what has expanded, what has become bigger as a part of your unique personality. But what's more important about this right now is it's not just about what's bigger about your personality. It's in what ways have you healed yourself at a identity level, a level that essentially rewrites, because Aries is new, essentially an area that rewrites the wounds that you've received, anything that you've taken directly and personally. Aries is a very personal sign. It's the first person in the world, right? What wounds have you taken directly that you're now in a season of retrograding, reflecting, stepping back? What's up, J-Lo? You're stepping back and thinking about who has wounded you. So I recognize this for myself because I've been like supremely moody today. Like, if anybody's been moody in the chat, just like go ahead and say it on Virgo moon that you've been moody. Because I have been moody, and it's been mood swings on top of that. Aries is one who is not the best at being the master of the emotions. It takes Aries a long time to master the emotion. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is we're starting to recognize what is the mastery of our emotions. You feel me? Like, what is the current and most up-to-date mastery of our emotion, the world right now? Why? Because Venus is still in Cancer, so we're still being forced to value it, and this is really the beginning of the transit, right? So do take that into account. But even though it's the beginning of the transit, it's something where right now we want to look at this Jupiter in Aries retrograde as something important, because it's happening in Leo season. It's happening while Mercury is still at Leo. So we have a trine going on. Earlier it was trining fire energy, which I just did a live earlier in the day. It was impromptu, more like 15-minute, 45-minute video. Just impromptu on a live, engaging with the crew, engaging with the people. What's up, Gil? How you doing? I see you. The work is making you follow grow larger than life. Appreciate it. I do see you. I do see you, Gil. What I want to talk about today when it comes to the retrograde in Aries is a little bit of the salty side of Aries. A little bit of the side of Aries that's like, here's why I don't F with you. Because retrograde in Aries going through the first time, it naturally will just kind of F with you. It'll play with you. It'll like you. It'll enjoy you. If your energy is good, especially if it's pure, Aries will never really have a reason to not like you. I say this as an Aries sun, moon, and Mercury, right? Natal. It's like Aries will never not mess with you unless it's already crossed people and had to cross lessons and experiences. That's become a part of its subconscious programming over time, because it becomes so habitual in a sense. Like, the thing is, Aries will do anything once, but it won't do a lot of things past hitting its head hard enough on something that says, oh, you don't do this anymore. This is no longer something that you should do. And Aries operates like this. I want to give you a thumbs up. I want you to think of today less about the particular transit. I'm not looking at any degrees or houses or what's in there. I'm being less astrological, if you will, on this video. And I'm doing this from a personal standpoint, helping you to understand what this Jupiter retrograde is about from an Aryan standpoint who just happens to understand astrology at the same time. So I'm going to treat it like that, all right? Hey, let's get away. Let's just move to the other side of town. Hey, Daddy, I was thinking of you. Hey. Okay, listen. Aries is playful, just like this. But right now we have the moon in Virgo, and we have a lot of energy in feminine energies right now. Uranus in Taurus, Mars in Taurus, moon in Virgo, Cancer and Venus. Okay, feminine. That's a feminine water and 2 feminine earth signs that are very strong in the sky. North Node, another Taurus energy. Okay, excuse me. So what am I saying behind this? What I'm telling you is the masculine energy of Leo, the masculine energy even of Jupiter and Aries trining the sun in Leo right now at 8 degrees. We're going through a psychological transformation where we're looking to apply Chiron in Aries. Chiron, the wounded healer, going around healing all the wounds of the identity, because we're talking Aries. Thank you for those thumbs up. I do appreciate you for the thumbs up. And I do appreciate, like I said, I didn't say this in this video yet, but tomorrow the early bird is over for the Abundant Reality Kickstart. 2 women actually just signed in, sent their payments over today. Okay, so this is that moment where if you know you were even remotely considering it, you need to go ahead and send me a DM, send me an email, send me a message now, because by tomorrow, I'm already on a plane flying, in all sincerity. So it's like by the time I land, it's already like 6 p.m. and we're in Mexico where I'm landing. And so all the morning is done. My point is, get it in really more so tonight, at least so that in the morning when I wake up, I'll see, okay, here are the people for the early bird, because by the time I get home, I kind of cut off at like 7 o'clock. So I'm already traveling tomorrow. So the early bird does end tomorrow for this Abundant Reality Kickstart. 2 normal women just signed in there. Investments already sat there, sent through. Like I said, early bird, you're about 28% off. So this is dope. This is a great time to get it, especially because we're talking everything abundant reality, how to use astrology and magic. This literally coincides with this message that I'm saying right now, because why? Jupiter is where we learn, where we become the teacher. Okay, because we essentially have developed a philosophy. Now, Aries in Jupiter is a new philosophy, but this new philosophy has done what? It has really derived from what are the wounds we've healed in our personality. What are we wounds? What are the identity wounds, the personality wounds, the personal unconscious? Now, when I say personal unconscious, this is a term I've been playing more with, reading in these books, is what are the actual images, the thoughts, the ideas, the conversations, the real life scenarios that have happened, whether we remember them or not. What are the things that has happened that has embedded into our identity, our personality, our entire selves, what we're rising to become. Everything that shows, hey, look, this is me. While all that is going through a retrograde in Jupiter, we're understanding how have our philosophies been built from our pain? How has our pain driven our future? Allowed us to live and embrace the now. Oh, I'm about to check out. I'll put this. You don't even know yet. I'm about to hit you with this message because, like I said, I am in Aries myself, Sun, Moon, and Mercury, and this is hitting me heavy, right? I'm reassessing. Excuse my toes. Maybe I should switch and go on this side. I like the toes in the video though. Yo, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if your toes are a green light or a green no, and hit the thumbs up button. How ironic is that? I dropped in the chat the number 1. Okay. Let me see if this lets me do this. Did that work? I don't think that worked. All right, we're gonna switch this. We're gonna go back to my own, and we're gonna go boom. Okay, listen, Jupiter in Aries. Why this is so important, I want to give you some personal experience. Like I said, I want to be less astrological with this particular message, and I want to be much more personal about how has it actually impacted me as an Aries. And today is one of the days that, like, I recognize that I'm moody. All right, I recognize that I'm moody. Here's Jupiter in Aries part 1. So this is the retrograde. So I would recommend you click this and save it off a side link. It's in the live chat. If you're watching this on a replay, understand it's in the live chat. I just dropped the link for Jupiter in Aries part 1. I did this 2 months ago, and this is part 1. I don't think that I can get part 2 too quickly on here because I'm not operating from my computer. Like I said, I am flying tomorrow. I'm literally checking in with you from like Aries domain. Like this is the best that I can do in the moment. This is literally pure passion leading the way. Me as an Aries. There's some real life examples that I want to give you that's really going to change the game. Okay, I want to find part 2 for you as well, because that would be great. Jupiter in Aries, part 2. I need an assistant for stuff like this, because this would be great if I had an assistant. Jupiter in Aries, part 2. Okay. All right, this is going to search. This is 2 months ago. This is great that it takes time for me to find this, because that means that I've been actually pumping content. There's a lot of going on. Man, this makes me happy. This is literally reflection, helping me understand. And okay, right here, Jupiter in Aries. No, this is the part 1 that I already sent you. That's my Jupiter, that's my Mercury in Aries that wants to just be like, Okay, here we go. It should be like, okay, gotcha, baby. Okay, we're gonna press this, because we're gonna take the title. Oh wow, it's also Chiron in Aries, so this is gonna be dope. Okay, this is really worth it. Forgive me right now in the moment for this unprofessionalism, let's call it. Because I really feel like this is important. This message, I'm about to snap on it. So just give me a moment to snap. I better not have lost that. No, I couldn't have. It gotta be like right. Oh, your mother. It refreshed. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you for tolerating this. Okay, so I am in Aries, and one of the things that I recognized today with this moodiness, I had to recognize why. Okay, so 2 new people signed into the Abundant Reality Kickstarter. Here's what's dope. I'm gonna give you a real life story. There was this time I was living in Colombia, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something like that. And, oh, freak, that's 9 months ago, Pernell. Like, you having a baby? Come on, guy. Let's get it together. Okay, boom, I found it. Let's press share. All right, and boom, and boom, and boom. Okay, bang. Boom, boom, copy, and we're gonna go. I have that now, I copied it. So 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. Oh, they like fucking with me. They done got me to curse on this damn video already by accident. So you see number 1, this is why I like to have my computer, but I already packed my computer in my bag and it's off. We're flying to Mexico tomorrow. Okay, now we're gonna go copy paste all, copy bang. Okay, so I'm in a live chat. Check the live chat. Thank you for your patience on that wildness, because I don't even know in all sincerity if I'm going to wait for somebody to do all of that. Truth be told. Okay, I sent it. So you now see in the chat part 1 and part 2. This is gonna be important. So let me try to hit this in the next 10 minutes for this message. Jupiter in Aries, Chiron in Aries. In these first 2 videos, I'm talking about the Jupiter and Chiron, but also what's great, I'm giving you a 12 zodiac forecast for each rising sign. So you'll be able to also reapply what was your rising sign 2 months ago. This is gonna best help you understand what's happening in Jupiter and Aries for yourself, very individualistic, even though you're watching something, let's say, more global. Check your rising sign, then you're going to understand what you're going back in retrograde for now. Every rising sign will be different. I would check your main rising sign, and I'll also check your progressed rising sign. If you don't know what a progressed rising sign is, say it in the chat and I'll respond to you and I'll help you understand that. Dope. You've went through a healing from over these 2 months. Now what's dope is in December, Jupiter will come back into Aries. So it's going to rewind back starting at 8 degrees, which is a psychological shift and a transformation in your mind and in your identity and your personality and everything that makes you bold and courageous and everything that makes you just vibe with yourself, not needing validation from any and everybody else, only yourself. You only need the green light to go from you. And this is one of the things that I feel real passionate about. It's like I had to realize that I am an absolute killer. In all sincerity, it's like I am Operation Kill Shot. when I see something, I love to hit it. Now, I'm talking about intentionality, right? Like, so this might be something like our goal. Now, the thing is, like, I don't even care about hitting small goals. Honestly, it makes no sense to me. I like hitting big dick goals. I love the BDE energy, literally big dick goals. I say it like this, and how it really plays into my mind, and how maybe I don't share the same version of energy as much on the internet, because I've had to learn how to play big boss versus little boss, little immediate boss. Immediate boss will say something in a sense like big dick energy. I love big dick goals. Capricorn will just feel like it loves big dick goals, but it might just say, hey, we like to hit the 3 million mark next week. And that'd be more like Capricorn for the big balls versus the immaturity of Aries. Aries is very immature and it's primitive. So it's like, it's not polished like its brother. I say brother as a masculine sign. I'm sick of people saying always your sister's sign. These are masculine energies. Get it right, get it together. The brother energy is Libra, even though Libra seems to have almost this feminine energy, which no one really talked about. I would love to get there one day, but for now I'm going to talk about it from a masculine sense. And this is why everybody gets Libra messed up. Because of its social skills, the opposite of Aries, people think that it's a woman in all sincerity. And we almost treat it like that, but that's very unconscious. No one really recognizes that they treat Libra like that, the shadow of Aries. But it's a masculine energy, and it's the opposite of Aries, the god of war. So Libra's the politician who doesn't actually go to war but sends soldiers. My point is, this is Aries energy. And Aries is like, look, line them up, down them. Look, this is why this energy is coming in so heavy, because what I had to recognize, I don't know if he explained Jupiter retrograde yet. I hope I didn't miss it. No, we're still getting into it. Joined on big dick energy, absolutely. Listen, check part 1, check part 2. It's in the chat live, okay? What's important about this, before I end this live, click the link, because it will help you understand your rising signs. I gave all 12 rising signs. I believe it's in the comments. I think somebody, maybe Fatima, shout out to you. I think Fatima Faith actually tagged those 2 months ago. So shout out to you. Check her channel. If you see her, check her channel. She's getting into the mental health wellness space. As that being said, it's like, you'll understand that this is 2 months ago, all right? Two big toes, 2 big toes. Hit the thumbs up, baby. Appreciate it. This is 2 months ago. Right now, it just went retrograde July 28th, a couple hours after the Leo new moon. Thank you for that thumbs up. I saw you. I appreciate you. I rock with you heavy, whoever you were. All right. Ooh, I'm ready to rip this one up. Absolutely. Okay. In the last 2 months, you've undergone a healing. But you're going to have to go retrograde back and reflect on it and get real active on what am I feeling as for the upgrade and the reflection of myself. For me, it came down to when I was going through an Aryan ascension. It was really last year, and I had a girlfriend, and we were running videos, course content, a lot of stuff on the back end. Whoever that was that donated, I can't see your name, but I want to say thank you, appreciate it very much. We were going through course content. We were building a line, and I found myself doing, and she found herself doing, and it was really both ways. Honestly, it was pretty fluid. We found ourselves really serving each other where our weaknesses was, and it birthed a new part of me, right? So, at the same respect, it burned when we had to go and split our second ways, because it was like, dang. It really showed me, myself, something as for how I want to work with my shadow, Libra, other people, whether in a relationship or partnership. And it was a little bit of everything, a business partnership, a romantic relationship, a platonic friendship. It was a little bit of everything. And so it's like, who am I myself? Aries, Jupiter in retrograde. How have I expanded myself while in relations with other people? Now, you always need to know what is the opposite dark energy. Thank you for that thumbs up. I see you on the dime. We have to always understand, if we're working with Aries energy, we have to understand the sociability as well as the indecisiveness of Libra. The ability to be social and create intentional relationships that are very well polished and amicable. We're a tribe and a circle of social trust is developed and created where things are fair, just, and balanced. This is Libra, the opposite, but Aries is primitive. I want results. I want it now. I get it. I want it. I got it. Roger that, Captain. And it just fires. And as an Aries myself, I gotta be honest, this retrograde for me off the rip, it's making me feel very much how I will never change my temperature ever again when I walk in a room. Right now, I tell you right now, this is my resources, okay? This isn't the most optimal place that I want to run a live from. All right, I got a woman up here doing treadmill right above me. I got a guy over here grunting. You understand what I'm saying? But me, myself, my new parts of my personality that I'm able to reflect on is I really don't care. I have a spark of energy that, honestly, if I don't get it out, I'll literally get sick in my own personal body. My head will explode. I'm Aries, right? Aries is that head. If you find your head is feeling tension and it's things are ready to blow, is ready to bust, you need to go ahead and find what is that creative and expressive outlet for you that allows you to get a maximum amount of energy out right then on the dime. This could literally be the gym. I might come back in here and bust this thing even though I took a shower, just because I need to wear myself out because there's too much energy. So retrograde in Aries will have you look at where have you been spending your energy, your actual ability to assert yourself and take action on things, especially you yourself. Working out would be an example of even me stretching my body, example of taking care of myself. Aries. Okay. Chiron in Aries is saying, where were those wounds that have basically motivated from a psychological level in the ways you take care of yourself? You understand what I'm saying? I see comments coming in. I don't know what's happening. Panther, they're great. What's up, homie? Was thinking about you yesterday. Yo, my dude, send me a WhatsApp, dog. I would love to catch up with you. I'm not in Connecticut. I'm in Florida, but I'm flying out to Mexico tomorrow. But yo, if you have WhatsApp, hit me. Check my if you're still in here, check my description, and you'll see underneath it'll say WhatsApp with a link, and it'll send you right to my WhatsApp. Please do it because I don't want to lose this message by any means. Listen, I'm glad I saw Panther the Great in here because this is the kind of energy that I'm transmitting today, and a lot of it is on some real talk. Like, I will slap a hoe if you mess with me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost makes me laugh, but I'm laughing because I'm so serious. Like today I made a joke, and I was talking to some people. I made a joke about my friend was doing some MMA, some boxing, right? I'm liking all her junk, yo. I was like, yo, she's on fire. Like, I haven't seen her really in like 5-6 years. Then I saw her like 3 months ago at a retreat that I ran. I ran a little mini retreat, and she was one of the people being there. So when I saw her then, I was like, oh crap, for real? Last time I saw you was Cali, but we're in Connecticut. This is so dope. We know the same people, right? And I'm watching her MMA content, and there's one thing in slow-mo, and this woman swung at her, and she like dodged, and she just said, bam, and she knocked her in her face, and I was like, oh. And I had this whole scenario in my mind. I'm trying to help you understand Aryan energy. I had the whole scenario in my mind, and it was like, yeah, you ain't gonna talk all that crap when you get popped in, unless you get popped in the mouth, something like that. Like, what did I say? It was in my mind. Oh, I got you. It was like, yeah, everybody talk all that smack until you get popped in the mouth. It was just like that. And this is my real life. And so the thing is, I made this joke earlier about you talk all that smack until you get popped in the mouth after showing this video where my MMA friend, this girl, she popped this girl in the mouth. She was out cold. And what I didn't realize is this is for me as a part of my personal wounds, as well as, like, when I say my personal wounds, I'm talking about like times in high school where, you know, people were sitting there and they're picking fights. My mom raised me very simple when it came to physical contact with others. It was, you never hit nobody, but if somebody ever hits you, you better knock them the hell out. If you don't knock them the hell out and you happen to get your ass whooped, then when you come home, you get another ass whooping. And then if it ain't me getting an ass whooping, uncle, auntie, or the neighbor has permission to whoop your ass. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the whole concept of what it was, these are my childhood wounds. Because in all sincerity, one, it's like, no one should really have to grow up like that, right? In all sincerity. But this is black conditioning. This is part of me, myself, the personal unconscious. My personal unconscious, your personal unconscious are what are the images, the thoughts, the ideas, the scenarios, the scenes, the things you've actually seen in your real life. I've seen a lot of people get their ass whooped. I've whooped a lot of ass. There's one person in their life that punched me in my face and I was forced to sit down. It was the hardest moment in my entire life. In the middle of the classroom. After like sleeping on my desk. No, I lied. A kid behind me was sleeping on his desk and I dropped the book and he woke up scared and he punched me in the face and I was so mad I wanted to kill him. But it was like the way he did it, I feel like he did it and it was coming from a place where he didn't do it just from waking up and sleeping. He went above and beyond, but it is what it is. And my lacrosse coach is in the room and he was like, bro, you know what couple games we got coming up, don't you dare. He hit me with it. I have so much respect for them. And it's tough for Aries in general to have so much respect for a person because we have Mercury in Leo. Well, Mercury in Leo was like, look, I am the king, I am the boss. I don't have respect for anything other than essentially myself and my own personal opinion. I value my opinion so much that no one else's opinion actually matters. I'm trying to help you understand Aries energy. I'm trying to help you understand Aries energy so you can understand this retrograde. This is the raw primitive nature where things get done, they get done now. And when you put Chiron and Aries there, how we're expanding with Jupiter, that energy within and for ourselves, is in a way that you're no longer taking crap from nobody. And here's the key indicator. Aries' operation is from anger. So if you are angry, thank you for those thumbs up, I appreciate you. If you are angry, check the chat, scroll up or down, you're gonna see part 1 and part 2 of the Jupiter in Aries from 2 months ago, and I'm recording this video now. So you're gonna see it and you're gonna have the 12 zodiac sign update and forecast from all 12, from Aries to Pisces. Check that. Part 1, I think, has Aries to Virgo, and part 2, I think, has Libra to Pisces. All right. But both of them have different messages about Jupiter and Aries energy. Okay, my reason for saying that is you've officially expanded from these wombs. If I take it back to the time where, like, yeah, you will talk all that crap until you get popped in the mouth. And shout out to moms regardless, because I'm not saying that this personal unconscious is a bad thing, a bad behavior learned. What I'm saying is like, thank you, God. Thank you, Mom, for making sure that I was not no punk on some real talk. Because when it comes down to it, first off, no, we're not playing all that nonsense. Okay, second off, it's like, it was a means of survival, what I didn't even recognize. Like, she prepared me to be the Aries that I am. My father going into the military already understanding what war is, right? Aries is war, Mars is war. You understand what I'm saying? You put Jupiter in Aries, it's war on the social. It's war on the social injustices in the world. It's war on the things and the suffering that people are going through. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces. So this is collective suffering, right? This is 12th house. This is 9th house, coming out of the pain of the suffering and expanding optimistically beyond all the drama. And then this is 12th house, finding the means to go through beyond even that and not necessarily need to pop off and just addressing things with unconditional love, right? So in these younger stages of life, I may not have necessarily fully addressed the unconditional love, but in all sense, I probably likely did. Why? Because unconditional love isn't just from me to you, but it's also from me to myself. You understand what I'm saying? So if in the scenario of that time, me needing to pop off, if this is unconditional love to myself, where I'm not going to crave that, I'm not going to take that crap. You're not going to pull my pants down and do no nothing. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't. No. Jupiter in Aries is a primitive raw energy. I want you to understand it like that. So this scenario came back where, you know, philosophies for me around teaching and educating, spreading with optimism and joy and charity the expansion of higher learning, occult wisdom, spirituality, the understanding of astrology, the understanding of a transit. This for me is Jupiter 9th house and Leo. Okay, so this all is really active for me. So I'm persevering, fixed energy Leo, I'm persevering through these pains of Aries as I go through the trine. You see what I'm saying? Leo is trining 8 degrees. Excuse me, Jupiter in Aries at 8 degrees as I film this message. which is going back to Jupiter in Aries 2 months ago while it's happening in the fire season. So what I'm saying is bear with me, because I'm telling you, I'm going to rip this thing open like a can of fucking worms, okay? This is a big dick energy message. If you have little dick energy, you need to step to the side. This is what I mean by Aries. It's like you're no longer asking for permission. On some real talk, you can just get out of the picture. I get a guy walk by, he want to look at me like, oh, what is this guy talking about? Astrology, this, and that, because I'm telling you right here. I'm telling you right here. This is literally Aries energy, where it's like, it is the season to absolutely no longer give a fudge. No longer give a fudge. You can't step away from being your true and authentic self anymore, because 1010, you are stepping out of prison. You're stepping out of the intergenerational and ancestral personality that you've been assigned. Wow, are you understanding? Somebody throw the white flag. Are you ancestral personality, Aries energy personality that you have received? You are stepping out of that pattern in a way where you now look at those wounds and you embrace them as a superpower, as a strength of your individual personal character. Jupiter in that same spot will sit there and expand that to such an extent that it's irrevocable, the evidence that's being presented. It's irrevocable. You are the shiznit. You understand what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, Courtney? Shout out to you. Courtney, one of the most recent people in the Abundant Reality. Just today, check your WhatsApp. You're officially in the private group. It should say the Abundant Reality, the private group that we're running, Aileen and myself. So shout out to you. She won a third place for the contest. Check my description where you can get on the email list, and you'll be able to understand what are the contests that we run, because I'm going to be running more and more contests, more and more games. Like educational entertainment is really like what this next bigger thing as Leo New Gate come in. I'm looking now, in a sense, even marketing as educational entertainment, like the way I want to do it, because in a sense, I'm being required to do it in a Saturn in Aquarius way. 1111 new wish. God, take that wish up there, dragons. Give me this cosmic and transcendent download. Thank you. Thank you tremendously for helping me realize that I am capable, I am able, I am beyond worthy to embrace divinity and be led and guided by you. And then to come back and see this divine message, this divine feminine support that I've been provided all over, all of the people watching it, which are literally all the feminine energy support, whether they're male or female, doesn't even matter. It's a support. Thank them and bless them. This is Jupiter energy, blessing people graciously. Blessing people graciously for no absolute reason. And understanding that that's what becomes your luck. That's what becomes your opportunities that you only then need to be prepared for. And this is the downside of Aries energy that you might be reflecting through the retrograde in Aries. Is the downside is what? That it's a very quick shoot off burst of an energy. So it might not plan far enough. While you're going through a retrograde, you might have to recognize where have you not planned far enough that has basically reenacted a wound of yours around being bold and brave and the expression of everything you. Because that sucks. It's getting to a point where you're recognizing you're changing your temperature. When you walk into a room, you change your temperature to adjust to what the temperature of the room is, and that's no longer acceptable. Because the problem of that is the moment you do that is the moment you begin to betray yourself, which is betraying your expectation. And as you betray your expectation, you realize, oh my God, no one's betraying me. Yet, I created this. I found ways to project this so that I didn't have to face the fact. The raw truth, the primitive Aryan truth, the baby-like truth. That if it smells good, it smells good. And if it stank, then it stank. No, in all sincerity. If it stank, it stank. And this is what you're recognizing. Chiron in Aries is helping you understand where have you expanded. As you go through the retrograde in Jupiter, where have you expanded your entire philosophy about who you are? Because there's this circle that keeps happening that's having you persevere. And Leo visionary is helping you see what is the fixed energies, circle energy signs, fixed signs are all energy. They keep circling. What are the fixed energies? Stopping your most creative and unique expression and how you do it with other people. How are you your most raw self, but doing it with other people? Okay, listen. I'm gonna give you this last example. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna give you the last example, and then I'm gonna go. Oh crap! I think I gotta go now. Let me check. Okay, I gotta go now. So here's my last and final message. Hit the thumbs up. All right. So today 2 new people signed up for the Abundant Reality. Now I have a partner involved in this, right? So the shares in a sense are split, right? We have separate roles and duties of the project. Now, a scenario like this happened last year to me. Now this is how the wounds of it all heals and works through. And I held it really, really close, really, really tight where, like I said, I was dating a woman last year. I'm in Colombia, I'm living there. We're running different projects together. And things are looking like awesome. I see the possibility, I see the future steps of it, but I didn't plan far enough ahead where I was able to actually be myself when things hit the point of merge. So we need to be mindful of this as November comes, October comes in Scorpio season. We must be mindful because then that's when the merge happens. So these things in Leo season, these are the entry points of starting to work with people at an interpersonal level. It's all fun, it's all joyful, it's all cheerful, it's all cherry. But if I look back and you look at Chiron and Aries and how it's affecting the wounds in your personal personality and what you have expanded from, you look back because the full moon was in Aries last October, literally, in Scorpio season. Okay, gang, I'm on to something. This is just the beginning. Aries, its mistakes and what the retrograde in Jupiter will help you do as you step and before you get into December, where it goes back into Jupiter in Aries, leaving Jupiter in Pisces. And then in January, really, Jupiter in Aries will be full throttle enough where it'll start to make sense, everything I'm saying right now. I'm giving you free game of the future. And I'm helping you to understand and contrast it with the past. Check the live chat. I put Jupiter 1 and Jupiter 2. You have your 12 forecast zodiac signs. You have your 12 forecast zodiac signs, and they're in the chats, in the comments. So you don't even have to look far, okay? By any means. By any means. Okay, so what I'm saying from here is, I see somebody saying something. Let me finish this last part. So I bring back to this relationship, I didn't plan far enough, and this is what Aries does wrong. So when it comes time to merge, it's like, okay, things are not clear. They're sticky, if you will. And then when it comes time to actually split, guess what? Things are also that much more ugly. Things are that much more, in a sense, dramatic. We're in Leo season. Dramatic. Why? Because clear boundaries weren't set up front. So when and if you get angry, recognize during this retrograde in Jupiter that the anger is leading you to where you either crossed your own boundary or somebody crossed your boundary. I wish I can do you more. I gotta go catch this flight tomorrow, so I gotta do this. My second live today. Check the earlier one today. I wanna say love. Thank you for the people in the Abundant Reality. Check the chat. It should be the first link. Tomorrow, the early bird finishes. It's at 28% discount, even from the other discount of the actual. After tomorrow, it'll go up about 28%. This is the early bird that's ending. All right. So check that. 2 new women in there. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Check yourselves in the new private group. Y'all got access. So there are actually already women that have been like welcoming you and other people in the group that have been welcoming you. So go ahead and check that if you're in the group on your WhatsApp specifically. It's not too late to get in, not too late to send me a message or DM. If you just want to ask more questions, you can get and literally talk to me on the phone. I'll be in the airport all day tomorrow. So you can talk to my ass while I'm right in the airport. I ain't going nowhere, okay? Back to Mexico, getting home. I wish that I can give you more in this message, but I really got to make my next move. So I love you. I appreciate you and everything that you are. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you for everybody supporting my dreams. The beautiful thing about that last message that I wanted to say is, like, you know, I'm in a partnership now where these lessons from last year, in a sense, they find their ways replicating even with this abundant reality. It's like things are being clear and set up front. Virgo moon is having you actually look through and analyze the details, but this is in the moon, so you're doing this in a sense in private for yourself, which actually doesn't need to have to happen with a lot of pen and paper, but rather you taking the rest to receive the downloads, to take the breath work, to take care of the body. Go through, shave yourself, okay? Clean yourself up nice. I just gave myself a haircut. Take a clean shower. Use some essential oils on your body. harvest what it feels like to take care of yourself. Virgo in the moon. And this is how you're going to best use this feminine energy to destroy the old and outdated patterns on your day-to-day work life and in your day-to-day things that you did in the home, even with the person that you're relating with or doing business with or loving or effing or whatever it is. And this is what's going to help you better understand how to use feminine energy in conjunction with Uranus and Taurus, rapidly bringing us into the acceleration of our full intuition in our body, as well as aligning us with our destiny in the North Node in Taurus, our purpose and direction. That required a plan. It always did, something more long-term. Retrograde in Aries will help us to recognize where we had our shortcomings, but not to judge them too critically, and to recognize them as a new blast-off point if we can go through the personal healing. This was gang gang. I wish I could have stayed longer. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and thumbs up. Check the Abundant Reality, baby. It's in the description. Panther the Great, hit me up, dude. You see my WhatsApp. Send me a message.